If you take a look here at this chart and you see the number of games played, you can see right now just the amount of inconsistency that has been for Lonzo Ball. And look, Lonzo Ball, obviously the pressure expectation for him to be a great player has been really put on him for a while now in his NBA career, but he actually, of course, has improved his game. Each season, it's getting better and better. And last season for the Chicago Bulls, while the Bulls had him, the Bulls were a really good team when they had Lonzo Ball. Starting off the season, I believe 22-13 in the 35 games Lonzo Ball played for the Chicago Bulls. But last season for the Bulls, it was a major disappointment, especially towards the end of the season, because DeMar DeRozan was making a big case for possibly even winning MVP. The Bulls are the best team in the Eastern Conference at one point last season. And then they got Patrick Williams back on the team as well. But, he wasn't fully 100% still. And, they made it into the playoffs, but disappointingly, they got eliminated in the first round by the Boston Celtics. A really, really good Boston Celtics team, as we all know. But for the Chicago Bulls, I believe that next season, can really be a turning point for them. But that can only happen if Lonzo Ball is fully healthy. This Bulls team on paper, they definitely exceeded many people's expectations. I personally still think that Nikola Vucevic should be moved from the team. I think they need an even better defensive presence on their team. That's kind of why, in the way they got acquired Tristan Thompson earlier in the season. And they have Patrick Williams, who's going to be another really great, well-established defensive player, alongside having Alex Caruso, who was out as well, and Lonzo Ball. Their defense was not bad at all last season. But with Lonzo Ball on the team, their offensive rating went from 4th in the league all the way down to 11th. And not only mentioned that, but Lonzo, his presence on the defensive end of the basketball court was really well too. And speaking back on offensive wise, the pace dropped for the Bulls from 98.9 to 98.3. Not a huge difference, but still something. And even Lonzo, during this season, he was even making a possible consideration for being in contention as well for all defensive NBA team odds. So Lonzo's abilities on the basketball court, when you had him and Caruso on the court especially, it helped out a lot for them. He even shot 42.3% from the three, a career high. Each season, those numbers for Lonzo, they just keep growing and growing and growing. And for Lonzo overall last season, he averaged over 13 points a game, 5.4 rebounds, 5.1 assists. And that was respectively pretty good numbers across the field for a player of his particular type. But I think in order for the Bulls to really stay consistent, Lonzo's going to have to stay healthy. And that's going to be a really big thing. Obviously, they talked about this in the offseason, but it's really something that is a really, really big thing for him, because he got sidelined at first by a bone bruise, and then he had to get surgery for a torn meniscus. And that's not to mention seasons prior. Even his first season as a rookie for the Lakers, he had to miss the remaining of the season. It seems like every year. The only year I believe that he was pretty consistent was when he was on the Pelicans. And that was really the only time his health was not really that bad. But for Lonzo, this is an area that it's definitely going to have to be worked on, because with him on the court, the Bulls are a better team. And they definitely miss his presence. They were missing some players regardless anyway, but specifically him, I believe that he's really the key for the Bulls to really take it to another level. Even DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, they both already bragged a lot about Lonzo Ball and how he helps them play even better. And that's the thing about Lonzo. He helps his teammates play even better on the court. And with him, he does his impact defensively on transition, stealing the ball, coming off screens. He can do pretty much anything you need him to do at a pretty good rate. And let's not forget, though, that Zach LaVine really, I believe, last season, I believe he came off of an injury as well. He really wasn't fully 100%. DeMar, of course, he had a career season. But I feel like this season for the Bulls, last season was more of an adjustment year. Everybody getting used to each other. They exceeded many people's expectations to begin with, but then they slowly started to deteriorate pretty much towards the end of the season. And I think that for this team to be successful, Zach LaVine is going to have to be that guy. He's going to have to really lead this team. We know how talented of a player he is, and we know what DeMar DeRozan as well is capable of doing. But Zach LaVine is going to have to play even better next season for the Bulls. Lonzo Ball is going to be really one of the missing key pieces to this team that they definitely need. I think Patrick Williams as well can come back and really have a great year for the Bulls next year and play to the level of an expectation that we know that he's capable of, and really living up to that potential that has been set on him. So definitely next year for the Chicago Bulls, well, this upcoming season, it's going to be a really important season, and the big question, I believe, is just if Lonzo can actually stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy consistently for an entire NBA season and not really miss the playoffs or anything, this Bull team is going to be a team to definitely reckon with. I wouldn't say they're going to be the best team in the Eastern Conference now, but they will definitely be easily in the top 5, top 4 contention as one of the best teams. I mean, let's not forget, as I said before, first they did exceed everybody's expectations, especially on the defensive end of the basketball court. But as the season went on, obviously those numbers dropped and they finished 22nd in the league for defensive rating. So that's why I believe that trading away Nikola Vucevic would actually be a better idea, because he's a great offensive center. He's not really known for his defense. They need somebody who can really rim protect, who can crash the glass, who can do all those things at a very effective rate, because they already have so much other offensive talent surrounding them that there's really no need to have Nikola Vucevic really on the team. Overall, the Bulls next season can be a really good team, and they can definitely live up to even bigger expectations, but it's all about health for them, and that's why I believe that Lonzo is really the key for them to really figuring this out and really taking it to the next step. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video today. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week. Have a good day. Peace.